Hi everyone, so we're going to look at how we can use GoRouter in our application in order to route to different pages. So let's create a brand new project on our desktop. Let's call it using GoRouter. And I'll just put it here and drag and drop it over. And let's first set up our main page here. And we're going to go to our libs main.dart. And here we're just going to clean out, I'm going to delete these comments here. And I'm going to get rid of this home page down here. So we're just going to start with this basic template first. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a few things here. So let's first, what we're going to have to do first is we're going to have to install GoRouter. So right here you can see that we got our GoRouter, and so we can see here we got the GoRouter documentation. We're just going to go to installing, and we're going to use this command flutter pub add go_router. We're going to go to our terminal, and we're just going to paste that in, enter. And that should be in our project now. If we go to pubspec.yaml, we got GoRouter in our dependencies. And what we're going to be doing here is, before I fix that error, I'm going to set up a router. So I'm going to put final GoRouter is equal to underscore router. GoRouter, and then underscore router is equal to GoRouter. And inside these rounded brackets, in order to make these red squiggles go away, we're going to just import our GoRouter here. So import package GoRouter, GoRouter.dart. And there we go, we got some of the errors go away. And we're going to specify the different routes that we want to create. So we're going to create something like routes. We're going to use route base square bracket, say go route, and we'll have a path of home. We'll also have a name of /home, and we're also going to have a builder context state return home screen. And I'm going to make one more copy because aside from having the home screen, we're also going to have a login screen, and this is going to be /login, and then the path will be /login as well. So we just need to make these two screens now, which are the home screen and the login screen, in order to make these go away. And I'm also going to set up this initial location, so it means where will it land initially. And we're going to say we're going to go to the login page first. So it will say we're going to look at the login location, we're going to navigate to the login right away when the application starts up. And I'm just going to have to change some of this part, the stuff here as well. So we have material app, and then we have to do .router, and then we do not need this home part anymore, and we can just put router config _router, because then it will match that router to this GoRouter _router that we've set up at the bottom here. And now we can start setting up our screens. So what we'll do is we will create a brand new folder here in the libs, and we will say screens, we'll make home underscore screen dot dart, and we'll also make another file which is login underscore screen dot dart. So the home screen, this is where we're going to set up class home screen extends stateless widget, return scaffold, and we'll make the app bar. App bar. Before we do that, we're going to have to make the build. So once we got this, let's just set up the const home screen super.key, and we'll set up the build, and then here we'll return the scaffold. And we'll have an app bar. We're just going to make the title at the top, and this will just say is home, and that'll be fine for right now. And then we'll have a body center, and inside here we'll have the elevated button, and this is where we're going to have some values for like on pressed. What we're going to do is we're going to call context.go, and we're going to go to the login once we click the button, and the child will say const text go to login screen. Okay, because we're at our home screen right now, and then we want to go to the login screen, and to get rid of this error we just have to import the package go router / go router, which will be showing right here. So now that we got this home page set up, we just need to set up the login screen as well. So let's go to our login screen, and we'll do the same thing. Login screen extends, let's put stateless. Const login screen super.key, and we're going to set up a build, return scaffold, app bar, const text of, we'll say login. And then we're going to set up the body underneath. And this is where we're just going to set up the center. And we're going to set up our button here as well. It'll be the elevated button. And also the on pressed. So on pressed, we're going to use the same rounded bracket, and it points to the context.go. We're going to go to our home screen then, and then the child will say const text go to home screen, something like that. And to get rid of this error on the go, we have to import the package go router / go router. And you can see here it gets added to the top. So now we could save this, and in our main.dart we just need to import the home and the login screen. So let's just import these at the top. If I right click or just hover over and then import the libraries that's directed to that screens page. And make sure you don't forget the semicolons and the commas in the right areas. But you can see here we got our different locations. It's going to initially go to login. It'll go to the login screen. Once we get to the login screen, if they click on the right here, if they click on this button here, it will navigate them to the home page now, the home screen. And the home screen is right here. And if they press on the button on the home screen, it will direct them back to the login screen. Let's try seeing what it looks like now. So I'm just going to open up my simulator here. Just click on it. Devices, iOS, iPhone 15 Pro Max. And we could see here, we just need to run our application. So go run, start debugging. And we can see right here that we got our application running now. And like I mentioned, on the main.dart file, it automatically redirects it to the login page. So you can see here we're at the login, and in the login screen you can see we should have a button, an elevated button, and we can click on it. It should bring us to the home page. So if I click on it, you can see we're at home now, and on the home screen it's just a button as well, and this will navigate us back to the login screen. So if I click on the button, you can see we're back at the login screen.